Hey, I'm Mitchell here, so let's see what you guys know, okay? This is going to be regarding the FBI Phase 1 style logical reasoning practice tests. Let me give you a few questions and see how you do. An internal policy at a federal field office dictates that any incident involving the discharge of a weapon must be reported within 2 hours to the regional supervisor. If the supervisor is unavailable, the report must be filed with the deputy director. Failure to report within this window will result in mandatory administrative review, regardless of the circumstances. In the past year, several agents were placed under review due to reporting delays, even when the discharge involved training simulations. Which of the following statements must then be true based on the passage above? A is timely reporting is required even in cases where the discharge occurs during training. Or is it B? If the regional supervisor is unavailable, agents are exempt from reporting. Or C, agents may avoid review if they explain their delay thoroughly. Or D, discharging a weapon automatically triggers suspension. Or E, simulated training incidents are exempt from the 2-hour reporting rule. Is it A, B, C, D, or E? If you said A, good job, it's A, which is timely reporting is required even in cases where the discharge occurs during training. No gray area there, it says black and white. Let's look at another one. The Office of Protective Services has enacted a travel policy that reimburses meals during official travel only if agents submit itemized receipts within 48 hours of returning. Any missing or unclear documentation results in the denial of reimbursement. Repeated violations, defined as more than 3 within 1 calendar year, may result in temporary suspension of travel privileges. The agency emphasizes that agents are responsible for understanding and following reimbursement procedures, regardless of whether they were briefed in person. So which of the following statements is most strongly supported by the policy? A, the policy allows exemptions for high-ranking agents. B, agents who violate the reimbursement policy once are automatically suspended. C, meal reimbursements are available without documentation. Or D, in-person briefing is required before reimbursements rules apply. Or E, agents who fail to provide itemized receipts within 48 hours risk losing travel privileges. So is it A, B, C, or D? If you said E, you're correct. Agents who fail to provide itemized receipts within 48 hours risk losing travel privileges. So you kind of understand the theme here, right? You got to dig down deep a little bit and look at what is most reasonable, all right? The reason why I don't have the words on the screen for you because I want you to memorize these questions also, think about it rationally, and then give me your answer. Let's do another one. A federal recruiting office has introduced a screening system where only applicants who have completed a structured interview and a polygraph are allowed to move forward to the background investigation phase. Applicants who fail either component are notified of their ineligibility. In rare cases, applicants may be retested for the polygraph, but not for the structured interview, regardless of the outcome. Okay? So which of the following must be true according to the policy above? Is it A, applicants who fail the structured interview cannot move forward even if they pass the polygraph? B, all applicants are allowed a second interview if they fail? C, the polygraph and interview are equally weighted in the final decision? Maybe. D, applicants can skip the polygraph if their interview is excellent. Or E, Failing both components allows for appeals and review. So which of those is it? If you said A, good job. Last one here. A Department of Justice office uses a review process where any surveillance footage submitted for investigation must be reviewed by at least 2 analysts before being accepted into evidence. If analysts disagree on the footage's relevance, a third senior analyst makes the final determination. Footage reviewed and agreed upon by 2 analysts moves forward without delay. Which of the following must be true then? Is it A, surveillance footage must receive agreement from 2 analysts to move forward without delay? B, a senior analyst must review every piece of footage before it's submitted? C, disagreements between analysts automatically disqualify footage? Or D, footage reviewed by 1 analyst is admissible as long as it's high quality? Or E, only senior analysts can evaluate relevance? A, B, C, or D? If you said A, nice job. Surveillance footage must receive agreement from 2 analysts to move forward without delay. Now, you guys, if you want 50 more questions like this, click the link below.